And you mad, huh? Most of the time when these people be talking, I don't even hear them. They talk and they talk, but I do not hear shit when I'm near them.
What's up, guys? This is Jay, aka Takumi or Namikaze, whoever you want to refer to me as, both is fine. But today we are doing episode 2 of Worth It or Not Worth It. And so, just in case you guys didn't see my first episode, if you didn't, you know, you could always go back to it later. I always, at the end of each video, I always have the previous video on the left and the next video on the right. So if you didn't get to check out my first episode, then go ahead, or you can wait for, or you can click on it at the end of the video. But basically, what this series is I'm going to be doing a lot of, I guess, sort of collecting all the data, researching. I mean, I make it sound like it's really hard, but no. But basically, I'm just gonna tell you guys whether it's worth it or not worth it to, you know, pull on banners or do raids or yeah, is it worth it to, I mean, I guess those are the main two things, but I mean, if other things come along, then I'll add them into this series, but for now, mainly I'll be focusing on banners and I'll be focusing on raids. So the first banner I want to talk about is the one that's currently out on JP. It's the new Yamato banner. Well, it's the skill up banner, skill rate up banner, or skill campaign banner. So you have a higher chance of pulling skill units, and the reason why they did this is because, or I believe it's because there's a new QB Naruto raid coming out, and most likely he's going to be a body unit. Now, if you see the translation, it says that Naruto Uzumaki body unit, I think, and then on the bottom it says the new skill Yamato is going to be very helpful in this raid. So, well, I guess like Yamato is the main card you want to pull for to help you in the Naruto raid. But any skill unit, any skill units is fine. You know, Sakura, she's also a very good card. Now, I would definitely, well, I definitely put some money into this banner. I mean, not a lot. I just bought 90 pearls, and within the first 40, the first 40 pearls, I pulled Yamato. Well, let me correct myself. I pulled him on the last 5 pearls of the 40. So that was pretty cool. So he's a pretty good unit. He's not like game changer, but he's not bad either. So yeah, I feel like though he's kind of like a Minato, because Minato was very good for the Kushina raid, and Yamato is going to be good for the new QB Naruto raid. And then Minato sort of lost his usage, but not really. I don't know. It's like, it's for you to decide, but I still use Minato, and he's very, you know, I bring him into most of my teams, and so yeah, so definitely this is worth pulling for. You know, whether you're free to play or pay to play. Sorry, got my words jumbled up. This is a banner you definitely want to pull for. If you're not going for the Yamato, then you definitely want to go for that Sakura, because I have her and she's really good for those skill only objectives. Alright, next. So I think there's not much time left on this banner, but it's the Ino and TenTen banners. This should put it some in round 3. And so, is it worth it to pull on this banner? Now there's many factors. Yes, there's there's a very low chance of pulling them, because it only is a 2% rate to get each card, which means Ino is 1%, TenTen is 1%. But I have pulled, so I re-rolled for an account. I pulled both of them in one multi, like, talk about luck. Well, okay, let me sort of, before I move on, I want to quickly give you guys some advice. When you re-roll on global, I want to give you the advice of, so you know when you uninstall and you reinstall it to re-roll or whatever, you're given the choice of choosing a region of the world. Now you don't get all the regions, but so I always choose the Korea server, and I did this after hearing. So if you guys know who Mystic watches, he sort of had this theory on the Korean servers and how it works and how it gives people the banner cards. So basically, it's sort of like this algorithm. It's like a set algorithm, and it cycles through every number of pulls. So I don't completely remember what it was, but basically that's what it is. So you know, I would suggest that you do that when you're trying to re-roll. So anyways, let's go back. So yeah, it is definitely worth it, because these two characters actually I underestimated. Now, they're not the best of cards, because you know, Ino's a hard hitter and TenTen's a long range, and she has AoE jutsu. And what is it? Ino can immobilize for her first jutsu, but as body units, they're pretty good. You know, they're good to have on your team for those body-only objectives. So I don't think it's worth pouring a lot of money into, but I think these are one of the banners that's worth re-rolling for, I think. So basically it's worth it if you're a free-to-play player. So, you know, whether you have free pearls that you've got, or if you want to re-roll, then I think in that aspect it's really good. It's really worth it. Sorry, it's really worth it to pull on this banner. And I guess even for the pay-to-play players, now obviously you don't want to put in like you don't want to buy the 90 pearls pack, but maybe you want to buy the 50 pearl pack and just do 50 and that's it. But yeah, so I personally didn't, you know, put money into it. I just re-rolled and I got lucky and was blessed with the Korean server. But that's it for this banner. So again, these are all my opinions. You can disagree, but let's go on to the last banner and the least worth banner. So, is it worth it or not worth it to pull on this banner? Now here's the thing. So this banner is something we've seen before. We've seen it in the Boys on the Battlefield banner with Kakashi, Obito, and Rin. Now what they did was they gave you the first two multis were 40. The first multi is just 40 pearls, no special thing after that. But the second one, you would get 4-star ramen after you did the 40. And then the third one, you would get a guaranteed banner card. Now this one is very similar. You get, so yeah, the first one, nothing special. Second one, they give you a 1 body element to 4-star ramen. And then the third one, you get 1 out of the 3 target characters. So you're either going to pull Rin, Haku, or Rasengan Naruto. And the cool thing about this is it's max levels. Now that's cool, but honestly, I would not waste my time to do those 3 multi-summons. You know, me being, so I am in between a free-to-play and a play-to-play player. Now, I'm only pay to play if the banner is really good, and I want those characters on my main account. But you know, if it's someone like TenTen and Ino that I don't really need on my main account, then I will re-roll, or I will just use my free pearls. And so obviously, you know, this one is gonna have to be pay to play, because where are you gonna, let's see, 40 plus 40 is 80, 130 pearls. So I mean, I don't know how easy it is to get 130 pearls with free to play. I mean, I'm sure there is, but I personally think that this is not worth putting money into. If anything, you know, it's worth doing at least, like, if you have 50 free to play pearls, then go for it. But yeah, I mean, if you really want Rin, then at most get just the 50 Pearl bundle and end it at that. That's just my opinion. So yeah, those are the main banners that are out right now in Blazing. And so recap, is it worth it? Yes. And it's definitely worth putting in a good amount of pearls, or buying a good amount of pearls for this. Worth it. Not as much as the first banner, but it is definitely worth at least putting in a 50 pearl bundle, or re-rolling for it. And this one, not so worth it. At most, re-rolling and hoping to get Rin. But other than that, it's not really worth it. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. This brings the end to my second episode. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and hopefully I can bring more content into this series. But that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time, and see you in the next video. GamingxX out.